Hey guys, it's Corey here. Um, yeah, I'm on late again. I did a Facebook Live video a couple days ago. I'm debating whether to even upload that because it's pretty sappy. I didn't cry at it, but it's just kind of sad because an altering life event happened with me this week. For people who have known me for a long time, followed my channel, know that back in 2017, I joined an adult day service called Inclusions in my local area. And it first started with me just going down there and chilling out with some people. During the summer while I was on break from college, and then they started serving me one day a week because the independent provider that I had health issues and couldn't do it anymore. Then back in 2019, my parents got a divorce, and we sold the house that I grew up in, and I moved into this apartment right here, which I have done a couple videos here before, like did some unboxings and stuff, a lot of the stuff that I used to do. But earlier this week, Inclusions lost one of our co-owners. He's had some long-standing health issues, and they finally caught up to him, and he unfortunately passed away this week. He was someone I considered one of my best friends on this planet. Rest easy, Doug. I love you. I miss you. But that's not why I'm here. I just have been thinking over the past little bit, to get on here and really talk about my life, some of the stuff I've been through, with my disability. What it's like living with cerebral palsy, which is what I have. Because I think a couple people have asked me in the comments of videos, are you okay? Or somebody said you don't look too healthy, which I'm not the healthiest person in the world, and I need to work on that. But, so I was born with a disability called cerebral palsy, which affects my legs, and a part of my brain, and my motor skills. I used to walk with a walker when I was younger, and then I just got older and bigger, and I couldn't do it long distance anymore. And then when I switched to middle school and didn't have recess anymore, I didn't have time to practice walking, So, eventually, I was just confined to a wheelchair for, ever since I've been 10 years old, pretty much. I did walk with crutches for a little bit, but I had balance issues with those, so then I went back to the walker until, I started using a wheelchair. Then, but, I could still, transfer on my own, and I live on my own, I only have to have staff a few hours a day, not 24/7, thank God. But I just wanted to, talk about, some of the struggles that I faced. I was always blessed with a really good support system, They were never like, oh, he has a disability, he can't help it. When I acted out, when I was bad, because I'm also on the spectrum for autism. And, when I was bad at school, when I got home, I got paddled. Not abused paddled, but, spanked, what they used to do in the olden days. Because anymore they say spanking's abuse, which I think is absolute bullshit. My parents held me accountable, just like my brother and sister. And, I did go to college and get my 2-year degree in network systems. I did do a few of my speeches on this channel back in college, which is really when I started this whole YouTube thing. Then, I did 2.5 years of an IT network systems degree. I had to do a lot of it online because, I'm unable to drive, and, they couldn't get help to take me down to the main campus of the University of Rio Grande. So I had to do a lot of my classes at the Meigs Center, which is the local center of Meigs County, Ohio, and do it online. I really need to get a tripod for this thing. But, I did that for 2.5 years. I graduated, but, I just felt like I didn't learn a whole lot because I had to do everything online, and I'm like, I don't know, if I could spend the rest of my life doing this stuff. And, I did get SSI when I was in, because, I can't go work at, McDonald's or Wendy's and, we don't have a lot of job opportunities around here. And like I said, I don't drive, so, I got SSI when I was 18. And then, not that anyone from Inclusions ever discouraged me to do anything, because, they've always encouraged me and pushed me to be my best. That's what Doug always did. He always told me, I should go get my bachelor's and become an SSA, a social worker, or, run his business, because you have to have, a bachelor's degree to, hold a licensure to a business that takes care of adults with disabilities. So, and I'm just like, nah, dude, that ain't me. Because a lot of people know this, some don't, but you have to keep your SSI in order to keep your waiver, which pays for you to have staff in your home, and Medicaid, which is the insurance that pretty much covers everything for you, your medicine, your medical appointments, wheelchairs, that sort of thing. So, it's kind of hard to go and get a job and do that. Even though somebody made the comment to me, like, I think it was like a month ago, like, oh, well, you could go get a job with medical benefits. And it's like, well, yeah, but I can't sit in an office chair all day. Like, it would just damn near kill me. Like, oh, I got way back, my back hurts. But, see, and that's the point. That's, like, with CP, like, you can't sit very long without pain. And, so, like, that's why I'm doing this. Like, it's something I've always wanted to do, was, like, YouTube and podcast. Because, I want to get into the wrestling business, but, some people are saying go to wrestling school, but that's, like, ungodly expensive. And so, like, that's why I'm trying to do it, like, the media way, like, Dink Ops, like, all that, where maybe I could go, like, interview certain wrestlers through, like, YouTube. So that's why, like, I'm, talking about, like, wrestling, like, stuff going on in the business and, like, my opinions about it. And, and doing video games, like, because originally I started doing this channel with, like, unboxings, and I just got bored with it so fast. And, like, I bought all these movies. Because at the time in college, like, I did do a lot of movie watching because, like, after a long day of, like, studying and doing homework, like, I didn't always feel like playing video games, so, like, I did a lot of that. I mean, I still played video games. Like, I've played video games pretty much my entire life. I didn't get into, like, the hardcore stuff till I was, like, a teenager, but, I would play, like, baseball and wrestling games as a kid. Stuff that was easy for me. And then I got into, like, the harder stuff, like Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, all those, like, popular games among teenagers in my time, back when I was, like, a teenager, like, 15. And then, so, like, I would just unbox, like, all of these movies, and, and I lived on a hill at the time, and we only had, like, 10 megs of internet, so, like, everybody trying to stream was, like, impossible, and, we only had, like, and, and the only streaming services were, like, at the time, this was back in, like, 2017, 2018, the only streaming services there were, Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, and, they didn't have a lot on there, so then it's like, I bought a lot of movies, so, like, me and my family could watch them, and I thought, I'm like, oh, I want to do unboxings, and so I did that with, like, movies, video games, Funko Pops. One of my videos, I even unboxed a set of, smart light bulbs. I think that was, like, the second video I ever did, and I had to do it in, like, 2 parts because the iPad I had at the time, like, ran out of storage. Like, I couldn't do it. So, I had to do that in, like, 2 parts, which it's still on the channel. And so then I'm like, I got bored with it, so then I stopped it for a while, and then, like, I'd say probably maybe, because then I quit buying physical movies and just went digital. Like, I sold a bunch of movies and went digital, and then I ended up buying a lot of them back because I regretted it. And, so then I just kind of stopped with the YouTube thing for a while. And then, like, when I moved here, I did it. Like, I still did movie unboxings, and then I added reviews to it. And I was just like, still really isn't my cup of tea. And, you know, and then I'm just like, you know, because, you know, I always worried that people were like, oh, you have a college degree, you need to go get a job, but, and they didn't understand that, like, I was physically challenged to do that kind of thing. So, like, over the last few months, I'm just like, well, shit, I just kind of want to do the wrestling business and do, like, video game streaming. So, and then, like I said, you know, wrestling school's, like, ungodly expensive, because, like, I don't plan on getting in the ring, like, obviously, I'm in a wheelchair, like, that's not gonna happen. So, like, I was gonna be, like, a manager, commentator, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, some people are like, yeah, you need to go to wrestling school to learn the ins and outs of the business. Other people's like, what you want to do, wrestling schools really don't teach that. So, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this the media way, be like Dave Meltzer, and have, like, a wrestling thing where I just talk about wrestling and video games, because that's my passion. Not really much into movies anymore. I mean, all my physical movies are boxed up at my dad's right now, because I live in a one-bedroom apartment, and I got a lot of, like, some older games. So, like, I got really obsessed, like, really back to when I was a teenager, like, really, really obsessed with video games. Like, once the PS5 and the Xbox Series X were launching. And then I'm like, oh, you know, I want some older stuff from, like, my childhood and my teenage years, like playing some of those older sports games, like Backyard Baseball, Power Pros. So, like, when all them stimulus checks were coming out, like, I got me a PS3 that was backwards compatible with PS2 games, which all PS3s apparently play PS1 games, and I didn't know that until, like, 2 years ago. And then I bought my brother's old Xbox 360 off of him. And so, like, I got, like, you know, you see behind me, I got some PS2 games. And then I got a gaming PC. So having a bunch of movies and video games and trying to grow those collections in a one-bedroom apartment is kind of impossible, because then they were like, oh, well, you can't have anything in front of your windows in case there's a fire, which obviously I don't blame them, because I live in an elderly and disabled complex, so, you know, the fire department needs ways to get in to save us. If our apartment's on fire, we can't go through the door. Yeah, actually, hold on a second. I had my power chair kicked back a little bit, because after a while, you know, like, with my CP, like, I'll have, like, pressure on my butt and my back, and I gotta lay back in order to take pressure off. So, actually, I'm gonna get this thing to where I can drive it. Hold on. So here's my collection of Xbox One games down there, and then I got my Wii and my Wii U games, small stack of PS Vita, DS, and 3DS games, my PS2 games, my Switch games. I'm gonna move over to where I can, there we go, get a better shot at it. May go through the titles one of these days. And then here's my Xbox 360 games. I just got that Captain America game like yesterday. It's actually really good. And then my PS3 games. And then my small collection of PS5 games. And then down here I got some Funko Pops. Picture of my friend Devin from high school and I at a band competition my senior year, or our senior year, because we graduated together. Some Lego sets that I've built. A Captain America thing that my friend Doug got me. The box of the Walmart Collector's Edition of the new Batman movie. And then there was like a steel picture thing that it came with. Some other little Funko Pops, Amiibos, and an Iron Man Lego set, the Batmobile from the Batman movie, a pocket knife that my band director got me our senior year as a graduation present. So, actually, and y'all are gonna have to forgive me, the cords are an absolute disaster. You know, it's kind of hard to cable manage when you live in an apartment, excuse me. Been holding that burp in for a while. Because they have all this rules and all this other shit. So, there's my Halo 4 edition, Xbox 360, my, oh god, 3rd gen Echo Dot, the power brick to the 360, my backwards compatible PS3, my PS4 game collection, some boxes of stuff, cords all over the floor there, the subwoofer to my soundbar, my controllers, some Wii controller hookups, like the Wii Pro controllers, they're not the official Nintendo ones, they're just some ones I bought from Amazon like a few years ago. Nunchucks, the Wii U Pro controller, the Wii U remotes, like the Wii Motion Plus remotes, the Switch Pro controller, and a couple Joy-Cons. I got the charger thing from Amazon, I think. My PS4 and Xbox Elite controller, my Xbox controller that I got with my One X. My PS4, my Switch, that's the first generation Switch, the Wii U, and then, I'll back you guys out for a second. My PS5, hard drive that hooks up to that, my soundbar, and then my PS4 camera, my Wii U sensor bar, a hard drive that hooks up to my Series X, an HDMI switch, and there's a Xbox Series X and an Xbox One, a Doom Eternal poster behind there, and then right here is my 50-inch Amazon 4 Series Fire TV. I just got that last year. I love that thing. It was a hell of an upgrade from the
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Wasn't talking to you anyway. From the On Series or whatever Walmart branded 50-inch TV I bought back in like 2019. There's my controllers that I use on my PC, a power plug. That's just a folder for my staff to have their timesheets in. A couple drink coasters. My keyboard and mouse. Tape that I need to put away. My PS3 controllers. My Astro A20 wireless headset. It's for Xbox and PC, but I think it pretty much works wireless with all consoles. My speakers that from my PC that I got, and then I have a 24-inch on branded monitor that I got from Walmart, and then my Samsung 32-inch curved monitor. I absolutely love that thing. My HP Pavilion gaming PC. It has a Intel Core i7 processor, 16 gigs of RAM, a 1 terabyte hard drive, a 256 gigabyte SSD, and a GTX 1660 Ti graphics card. Pretty much runs anything I throw at it. And there's a 4 terabyte regular external drive that I have hooked up for extra storage. I'm looking to get an external SSD here soon. My Nintendo Switch controller grip thing. There's the Xbox 360 controller. Well, one of them, the other one broke recently. PS5 controllers, and then 2 Series X controllers. I think it's like a Nyko charge stand, I think's what it is. Another surge protector, and then the table is just like a 6'1" I bought from Walmart, and then here's my little end table, that I keep like my remotes on and stuff I used. And there's my recliner. That's my chair. It's got a stand assist, so it's easy for me to transfer. And here is the recliner where my staff sits when they're here. I don't host too many gatherings here. I just covered the camera again. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk about my life a little bit and that sort of thing. And I even showed you guys my gaming setup. So this is what I do. I chill, I play video games, and, chill out. It's a really nice 1-bedroom apartment. You guys want to see the bedroom? Yeah, let me show you the bedroom. It's not like, too tech savvy. I'll wait till I get in here to turn the camera. Okay. Oh gosh, it's like super dark. But anyway, you can't see it. I wish I could get a better shot. I just have like some Funko Pops and some Legos. There's a printer that doesn't have ink in it that I need to get rid of. Some Batman Legos, my first gen Echo Dot. A nightstand. There's my phone. An air humidifier thingy-majig. My wheelchair charger. There's the floor. I gotta move forward a little bit. There's my Wii U gamepad, my PS Vita, my smartwatch thing, my 3DS, and then a couple more Series X controllers. I originally got a couple for my PC to use, but they kind of disconnect for some reason, and 360 ones just seem to work better. So there's my dirty clothes. Here's some other little things I got on my shelf, like little knickknacks and stuff like that. A couple of my pops fell over. I need to pick them up. There's a 360 controller that I gotta return. My Wi-Fi router. A couple sticks of deodorant. And there's my TCL 40-inch TV. My drumstick collection. Here's my bed. And some wrestling posters, a GTA poster, a picture of my niece when she was first born, and I'm gonna get over behind here to see what you guys can see. There's my cousins on my stepmom's side. Some other stuff, my senior track picture, my senior track award, second year varsity, a Rio hat, just some other stuff around here on the wall. There's some Lightyear mini Lego figures that I just put on this block thing. That is the complete series of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? In a house set. There's my fan. It's not running because it's wintertime here in Ohio. My shoes. Oh, a rack of hats. There, now you guys can see the Batman bikes better. Gotham Knights poster, some hats, Chicago Cubs thing, a Rio Grande thing, Red Dead Redemption poster. Then here's some wall decor right here. Let me see. You guys are now going to look at the floor again. Some other. I got Timon, Pumbaa, some wrestling posters. Let's see here. There's an autograph of Vane Lewis.